Hi, let's talk briefly about the Fear Street Trilogy on Netflix. The Fear Street Trilogy is a series of 3 films that came out on sequential Fridays on Netflix. They are based on books of R.L. Stine, who did the Goosebumps, but these are sort of more adult films and also more adult books. These films were all rated 18. I'm not going to talk about each individual film in deep breakdown because I'm sure there's plenty of videos on the internet that already do that, and you should just go and watch the films anyway. They are 3 films that are perfectly suited for this kind of streaming experiment. I did come back every Friday and I did watch them, and I was happy I did, so that worked. The story builds on itself week on week. They're each set in a different sort of era, and they take tropes from those various eras of horror films. The first one being in the 90s. It's set in 1994. Yes, there are some inaccuracies. Lots of people have been bitching about it on the internet. Get over it, it's just a fucking film. But that takes tropes of like the Scream films and those kind of neo-slashers that were about then, puts it in there. Then the next one is at a 1970s summer camp, so you've got your sort of Friday the 13th and things like that, homaged in it, The Burning, and then the last one is 1666, so it's got more of a darker witch trial-y type tone. And really there's actually a sort of, it's like 3.5 movies, because halfway through the third film it jumps back to 1994 and it's Fear Street 1994 Part 2, which I thought was a nice little touch. The characters are all quite likeable, other than the main character. I didn't really get any sort of charisma from her. All the other ancillary characters I actually liked. Good acting by Gillian Jacobs in it, she's really good. There's a girl from Stranger Things whose name I can't remember. She plays a younger version of Gillian Jacobs in the 70s, and what you notice is the actors all sort of reappear throughout the series playing different roles, which is just quite nice. I enjoyed the summer camp bits, I enjoyed the jokes in it, I definitely enjoyed the kills in it. It's got some good kills, and in fact the first film in the series has got one of the best kills that I've seen in a long time, which is where someone's head gets put through a bread slicer at a supermarket, and I thought that's quite good. There's got good bad guys in it. I don't think the bad guys have enough time to develop themselves, because it's about a town that's being beset by killers every so many years, so they've got lots of people to draw on, but you never really get enough of a particular killer. There's a really creepy one where there's a guy with a burnt face who keeps like licking people, just weird, creepy, and he's quite sinister. But it's a good, fun series. It's the kind of series you want to watch. It is fun. It felt like they threw in some lesbians just for the sake of throwing in some lesbians. Didn't make any difference to me watching the film, other than that it took me out of the film a little bit, just for a few seconds to go, oh right, Netflix has thrown in some lesbians for the sake of it. Did nothing for the story as far as I was concerned, but it also didn't detract from it. It just seemed weird that they always made a point of having it. I just thought, oh, I didn't realise that people in like the 90s and the 1600s would be that free and easy about that kind of stuff, but maybe I'm wrong. Definitely watch it if you're a horror fan. Get over the sort of inaccuracies and just enjoy it as a fun ride. It's one of those film series that gets better every time you move a film along in the series. So it builds on the last one, and then things start dropping into place, and you realise that first film that might have been a little bit slow had a lot of heavy lifting to do because it was setting up a lot of things. Oh, I also like the way that all the people in, like with say Friday the 13th, not Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street films, they follow the clue trail as to how they think they should stop the bad guys. They try burning, they try all these other different kind of things, and just when they think it's worked, it hasn't, and they come back. I think the worst bit about the films are the fact that the CGI ruins it. There's these really nice sets, everything's really good, and you're really into the film, and then you get this jarring CGI. Where there's either like a T1000 type effect, or this sort of, in the bottom of the town underneath the ground, there's a pulsating fleshy lump of evil that keeps growing. It would have been nicer to see that as a practical effect, just because it would look a bit more tangible when they're running past it and things like that. And all you got to do is just pour like syrup over it to make it look gooey and that. But that's the sort of lowest point on it, is whenever you see the CGI you go, oh yeah, CGI. But other than that, I liked the series, it was fun, and it did what it was meant to do. It entertained me on a Friday night. Let me know what you think about it. I'm sure if you're a fan of the books, you might find reasons to say that was inaccurate, this wasn't as good, but I've never read the books, so I can only take it as I find it. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.